Hello, welcome all of you to this issue of Science Magazine. I am Priyanka Kumari. Listen to an interview on Gaganyaan, India's foray into space. Expert is Shri Hanamantaray, Senior Scientist and Director, DHSP, Directorate of Human Space Program, ISRO Headquarters. Interviewer is Miss Roselind Mathew.
23rd of August is being observed as National Space Day. To commemorate this event, Akashvani brings to you recordings with the scientists working at ISRO. Today I have with me in the studios of Akashvani Bangalore, Shri Hanamantaray Baluragi, Director of Directorate of Human Space Program at ISRO Headquarters, Bangalore. He is here to talk about Gaganyaan, India's foray into space. I am Roselind Mathew, your host for this program. Sir, welcome to the studios.
Thank you.
So, what are the main objectives of the Gaganyaan mission?
Gaganyaan is a national human space flight endeavor led by ISRO. So, very many organizations participate in this program. The main objective of Gaganyaan program is to demonstrate the human spaceflight capability of transporting humans to space and safe return to Earth. So this is a basic, essential requirement of human space travel. The first element of human space exploration. In the initial missions, we will be carrying 2 crew members to a low Earth orbit around 400 km above Earth in a mission up to 3-day duration.
What is the timeline and phases for the Gaganyaan mission?
Gaganyaan mission has got various phases. So it has got a development, it has got a validation missions, then it has got a crewed missions. The first major mission we call first uncrewed mission, which we are targeting by this year end. Then subsequently we will have 2 more identical uncrewed missions. Then we will take up crewed mission somewhere in 2026.
Can you help us understand some of the key components of the Gaganyaan spacecraft?
The major difference between any spacecraft and Gaganyaan module, orbital module what we refer, is basically spacecrafts are made or prepared or developed for a maximum payload capacity or maximizing the payload into the orbit. Whereas when it comes to Gaganyaan program, the focus is crew safety, crew requirement. And in order to have the Earth-like environment for crew, we are calling it as orbital module. It consists of 2 modules. So one is crew module we call, another is service module. These are the 2 major systems of orbital module. The crew module provides, as I said, Earth-like atmosphere and also protects the crew members from harsh space environment. The space has got space radiations will be there coming from sun and other sources. Then we also need to protect the crew during the launch phase. So launch vehicle also has harsh environments imparts vibration, many situations. So basically the crew module comprises of pressurized structure in order to provide a 1 bar pressure like Earth-like atmosphere. Then it also consists of critical environment control and life support system. Then thermal protection system when the module comes back to Earth, when it enters the Earth atmosphere, generates a huge amount of heat. So the crew module has to survive from that kind of temperatures. For that we are protecting with thermal protection system. Then it also need to have its own propulsion system and associated avionics elements. Coming to service module, it necessarily provides a storage for consumables. When crew has to live in crew module, they require oxygen kind of thing. So all that storage will happen in the service module. And it also provides power generation on board for supporting onboard operations. And it houses propulsion systems that helps to execute various orbital maneuvers. There will be a requirement of maintaining the orbit, orientation of the orbital module. All that activities will be carried out by service module.
Sir, can you elaborate how ISRO is preparing and testing for the Gaganyaan mission?
Gaganyaan mission consists of various new elements, taking from a launch vehicle, orbital module, then the safety aspect of crew escape system and crew training all these elements of Gaganyaan missions are being developed at various ISRO centers. The dozen phase of all these elements have been completed. The testing of critical propulsion system of human-rated launch vehicle, we call HLVM-3. You might have heard LVM-3 launch vehicle. It is one of the most powerful launch vehicle ISRO has today, operational launch vehicle. That vehicle we are converting into human rating so that it will have a better design margins, more design margins. It is safe to travel crew. Then in parallel, various subsystems of Gaganyaan orbital module such as parachutes, propulsion system, structures, life support system, all are under extensive ground testing. So ISRO is also planning to induct these systems for uncrewed flight demonstration, which we are planning to take at the end of this year.
For this Gaganyaan mission, how does the astronaut selection and training take place?
So astronauts for Gaganyaan missions were selected from a pool of qualified test pilots from Indian Air Force. The 4 Gaganyatris, we call in India Gaganyatris, they have completed their generic space flight training in Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center, Russia. Subsequently, Gaganyatris have completed 2 of 3 semesters of their Gaganyaan mission-specific training, and the training covers various aspects. It includes theoretical subjects, in-depth familiarization of various Gaganyaan orbital module systems, and survival training for various off-nominal scenarios. So they must be prepared in various conditions how they can survive themselves. And the activities at launch pad as well as flight procedures on Gaganyaan training, simulators, all these are happening. The training also addresses physical fitness required for the mission. So specialized yoga module is also part of fitness management activities. So Gaganyatris have familiarized with microgravity for short duration through parabolic flights. So these are all the activities that have been completed as part of astronaut training.
So in the run-up to the Gaganyaan mission, what are some of the major challenges that ISRO is facing? As
I mentioned earlier, the difference between Gaganyaan module or orbital module and spacecraft. Here the focus is human-centric. So this mission is human-centric mission. So incorporation of human needs and performance in design of various engineering system is new to ISRO. So additionally, ensuring crew safety has become a prime importance in Gaganyaan mission. So this requires rigorous testing of various systems, revising the designs, and there is a need for adhering to human rating certification standards and guidelines. So all these new elements we have to meticulously go through the reviews, testing and improvement, tuning those designs and put to final mission for initially uncrewed missions, then subsequently crewed missions.
At this point, how does Gaganyaan fit into India's broader space exploration goals?
Recently, Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji has already laid out a vision for Indian human space exploration program. The goal is to fully achieve the capability of long duration human spaceflight missions. Basically, this will be achieved through operational Bharatiya Antariksha Station by 2035, and this Bharatiya Antariksha Station will provide us ability for sustained human presence in space. And further, the vision talks about achieving Indian crewed lunar mission by 2040. So in this journey, the Gaganyaan program will demonstrate basic space travel capabilities and safe return to Earth.
So can you share some insight into what international collaborations or partnerships are involved in this Gaganyaan program?
So human spaceflight mission present a lot of opportunities for international collaboration. For Gaganyaan program, collaboration with multiple space agencies is being pursued. For instance, generic spaceflight training, what I had mentioned earlier, that has been carried out in Russian facilities. That is one of the international collaboration what we had. In addition, certain technology elements like spacesuit are also being acquired from Russia, and we are also developing these spacesuits indigenously, parallelly. Then with European Space Agency, especially French Space Agency, collaboration was pursued for training of ISRO personnel for medical operations, post-flight rehabilitation, and typical human spaceflight mission operations. So these are the new elements in our program. So they have been acquired or understood through collaborative activities. Recently with NASA, ISRO is pursuing a joint mission to International Space Station. 2 of Gaganyaan athletes assigned for this mission have already started their training in USA for this mission. So ISRO is also collaborating with NASA in implementing various scientific experiments proposed by Indian researchers from various national agencies, labs, academic institutes on ISS.
What scientific experiments or objectives will the Gaganyaan mission include?
The basic aim of first Gaganyaan mission, technology demonstration. So basically, as I mentioned earlier, the human space flight capability will be the focus for first Gaganyaan mission. However, human space program aims to provide opportunities for researchers to utilize the microgravity environment for scientific experiments. So the experiments will cater to areas such as space biology, life sciences, advanced material development, healthcare and medical technologies, pharmaceutical development. These experiments will benefit further human space exploration activities. As I mentioned earlier, we are planning to land on moon by 2040. In order to understand various aspects of that missions, we need to learn many things in this platform of Gaganyaan and Bharatiya Antariksh Station. And as well as these will have multiple spin-off applications on Earth. With the successful Gaganyaan mission, India will become the 4th country in the world to possess end-to-end capability of human space mission to low Earth orbit. This is one of the important aspect of it. The investment towards realizing reliable space systems for human space missions will improve the overall global competitiveness of our industries. That is another, it will be takeaway from Gaganyaan mission. And it will also contribute or increase in size of Indian space economy. So additionally, the opportunities provided human spaceflight platform will boost scientific research and innovations in various fields in the country. If you look at it, the aspiration of Viksit Bharat or a developed country cannot be met without indigenous capability in advanced scientific research and technologies. As we all aware now, space technology has become part and parcel of everyone's life. So space missions such as Gaganyaan will contribute in this national endeavor. So human space missions will drive more young people towards taking up careers in research and development. The commercial opportunity in low Earth orbit will provide opportunity to startups and innovators. STEM education can also be promoted through demonstration microgravity experiment environments.
So when you talk about STEM education, what is STEM education?
There are various science experiments that can be easily demonstrated and shown to all the students. For example, the flame, what we are seeing in the influence of gravity, will be very different in space. And the surface tension of liquid, we find it very difficult to understand on Earth actually, but very easily that can be shown in space. So such STEM demonstrations are very, very easily that can be demonstrated in space to the students' community.
What educational initiatives are being undertaken to engage youth with the Gaganyaan mission?
Yes, as you are aware, ISRO has been taken many initiatives to engage with youth. Some of these include organizing dedicated exhibitions with various models, and we had many exhibitions specifically for human space systems such as crew module, service module, human-rated launch vehicles, space suits. These were part of many dedicated exhibitions. Recently, ISRO organized an exhibition jointly with the Jawaharlal Nehru Planetarium on Gaganyaan mission as part of the Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav program. The program was well attended by various young participants from schools and universities. And apart from this, ISRO scientists also engage with youth through Yuvika program, that is an annual program for school students, as well as dedicated talks on Gaganyaan missions in schools, universities as part of National Space Day, World Space Week celebrations.
And also some programs over All India Radio.
All India Radio.
Are there any specific programs or scholarships related to Gaganyaan for students and young professionals?
As I mentioned earlier, ISRO engages with students through the Yuvika program as well as regular outreach events. So to provide practical exposure to students in real-life engineering programs, ISRO also encourages internships in various ISRO centers. ISRO also recently organized Bharatiya Antariksh Hackathon for young professionals to come up with solutions to challenging space-related problems. So Gaganyatris have also participated in outreach events in schools and shared their experience on astronaut training and human space missions.
Can you please tell us how students can get involved in the Gaganyaan mission or space science more broadly?
ISRO regularly announces participation in Yuvika program and hackathons through its official website and social media accounts. So students are encouraged to actively participate in these events.
So what is your thought on role of educational institutions in preparing the next generation of space professionals?
Yes, it's a very important question. So education institutes play an important role in all this advanced technology that what we are targeting to achieve over next decade or 2 decades. The foundational knowledge in STEM subjects and skills provided in the education institutes will help in grooming talented next generation of space professionals.
How might the success of Gaganyaan influence future space exploration programs that will involve youth?
Gaganyaan mission will inspire youth to take up careers in space and related activities. So there is a wide spectrum of opportunities available. They can be future Indian Gaganyatris, and they can be taking part of ISRO and industries in designing and realizing various human space systems. And talented youth can also take up research and technology development experiments that will be carried out in Gaganyaan missions. And especially future Bharatiya Antariksh Station as well as joint international human space missions. ISRO regularly publishes an announcement of opportunity in this regard. All student youth community can take advantage of these opportunities and pursue their interests.
So what are some of the potential career paths for young people interested in space science and technology after the Gaganyaan mission?
As I mentioned earlier, they can be part of or they can be future Gaganyatris, and they can also be part of ISRO and industry in designing and developing or realizing various human space systems. Or they can also take up scientific research and technology development experiments in human space missions. There are many opportunities available in various engineering disciplines. Basically, Gaganyaan mission is or technologies are more of a multidisciplinary research and development, and there are many new fields such as bioastronautics, space medicine, human health, human-machine interface design, advanced material development, space life sciences, space biotechnology, to name a few. There are so many. It's all new area for Indian scientists. So there are many career opportunities or potential opportunities for young people.
How does ISRO engage with students and young professionals in this lead up to the Gaganyaan mission?
Definitely, ISRO will organize dedicated outreach events for students and young professionals in the lead up to Gaganyaan mission. So more details will be published in our ISRO's official website and social media.
What impact will Gaganyaan mission have on the perception of space exploration in the minds of young people in India?
So Gaganyaan mission will inspire youth to take up careers in space and related activities. So this will spread awareness and also improve technical skills of various domains of science and technology in the youth through ISRO's engagements with public human spaceflight themed exhibitions, internships and hackathons.
How are social media and digital platforms of ISRO being used to connect with youth about the Gaganyaan mission?
So regular updates about the Gaganyaan mission related activities are published through ISRO's official websites and social media also. So videos related to major ground and flight tests and even live telecast of missions that are being telecasted through digital platform. And recently, Gaganyaan training highlights are also published in ISRO's YouTube channel.
So can you tell us something about the contribution of Gaganyaan mission to STEM education and research in India?
I mentioned earlier that gravity has a major role on all of these activities or demonstrations on Earth atmosphere. So in microgravity environment, many fundamental life sciences and physical sciences related concepts can be demonstrated and explained. For instance, I mentioned earlier concepts such as difference in combustion phenomena through shape of flames between Earth and space, and properties of fluids such as surface tension, understanding of physics concepts such as momentum, inertia can be demonstrated through STEM demonstration by the astronauts in space.
Can you tell us something about the opportunities for young innovators to contribute to the Gaganyaan mission or India's space exploration mission?
This microgravity offers unique opportunities for young innovators. So young innovators can contribute in multidisciplinary areas like advanced technology development, novel materials, pharmaceutical development, medical technologies, biomedical research, in-space manufacturing. There are many fields, many opportunities will be available for young innovators to contribute in future.
And how might Gaganyaan impact youth participation in international space programs or even for collaborations?
Success of Gaganyaan program will enable India to become a contributing partner in international space exploration missions, so as well as ground-based collaborations. So this is the one key outcome you can expect after the success of Gaganyaan program. These collaborations will provide opportunity to youth to participate and contribute in microgravity experiments. Could be in joint missions or it could be in ground-based studies on human health and under simulated space environment in international research analogs. So there will be a lot of opportunities. This becomes like a gateway for Indian youth, students, researchers, innovators to join hands with other international bigger programs and explore many things.
What is your message to the people of India as we, await the success of the Gaganyaan mission?
Gaganyaan mission will provide many opportunities, especially for next generation youth, for pursuing advanced technologies that are being seen very distant at present. So such things will be available for Indian community. It will also help Indian students or Indian innovators to join with international scientists and pursue their advanced research, understanding the Earth atmosphere, then moon, then beyond moon. It will provide a large number of opportunities for all these advanced scientific activities.
For a young person who wants to pursue a career with the space exploration, what is your message to that person?
So what is most important for students is to understand the basics of science and associated technologies. And another important thing is not just reading will enable us to understand of these critical technologies. They should pursue more of internships, more of a hands-on experience kind of thing. So they should associate themselves with institutes. There are leading institutes in the country. They pursue some of these technologies in their laboratories, and also they convert some of those laboratory efforts into the missions. So I would like to tell students that please involve yourself in kind of experience-based learning. That would help them much better or faster understanding of these concepts, and they will be prepared for taking up challenging missions or advanced technology missions or activities or research and innovative activities for the future.
Thank you so much for your time and for all that valuable information. In the studios with me is Shri Hanamantaray Baluragi, Director of Directorate of Human Space Program, ISRO Headquarters, Bangalore, talking about Gaganyaan, India's foray into space. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. My thanks also to All India Radio for giving me this opportunity.
You were listening to an interview on Gaganyaan, India's foray into space. Expert was Shri Hanamantaray Baluragi, Senior Scientist and Director, DHSP, Directorate of Human Space Program, ISRO Headquarters. And interviewer was Miss Roselind Mathew. This was the contribution of Akashvani, Bangalore. Now, this issue of Science magazine ends. Narrated by Priyanka Kumari and presented by Dilip Jha. This broadcast came to you from Indraprasth channel of Akashvani, Delhi.